everyone. Welcome to What I Listened to This Week. We're back. It's summer, so it's been a minute, but we're here, and we're here to talk about music and share some music, so we're excited. It's Melanie, hi, and Erik, and Sergio.
What's up?
So we've been trying to figure out our icebreaker question for the last few minutes. We're sort of stumped, but what we came up with is it's not necessarily music related, but we thought it was cute. But what is your most used emoji? What is the emoji, whether it's text, email, whatever, what is the emoji that you use the most? So, Erik, I'll have you go first. Thumbs up?
Thumbs
up emoji. Now, doesn't
up.
that mean you're of a certain age? I feel like the thumbs up emoji was like, like Gen Z kids are like, we don't use the thumbs up emoji.
No, but
like,
and actually, I've got custom stickers because you can do the custom
oh,
stickers.
yeah.
So I've got a custom sticker with me with my sticker guy image, which is a brown guy with glasses like these and a top hat.
You do like to use that one.
Yeah,
use
I
it
do.
in
That's
Slack
a good
lot.
one.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, so it's for regular people. I use just a thumbs up in various colors, anywhere from like yellow to like really dark brown.
Nice. I like that.
But the other one is sticker guy with
Yeah.
the top hat and
Yeah.
glasses.
I like the custom sticker. I think that's a nice touch.
Yeah. All right, that's mine.
Cool. Good one. I'll go. So I think I feel like I use the eyeballs a lot, and I don't know why. I don't know why I use the eyeballs one a lot, but I think a close second would probably be the upside down smiley face or the melting smiley face. I feel like it sort of depends on the context. The melting smiley face, I feel like I use that one a lot at work. And then upside down smiley face, I think I use it because I love that one so much. But eyeballs is the one that, like, for whatever reason, I end up using it a lot. I don't know why. But it's kind of like, hey, check it out. It's like, because I know there isn't really like an eyebrows one. There kind of is. There's like sort of one with like an eyebrow raised. Like it's kind of like, huh? But there isn't one with like the Millhouse eyebrows. Like that meme with Millhouse doing his eyebrows up and down. That's like what I sort of think of the eyeballs being. But I also feel like I use the eyeballs one a lot at work. So yeah, it's probably eyeballs for me. I don't know what that says about me or how old I am, but that's...
Says you're very old.
Yeah, it probably says that I'm very old. I also love to use the winking kissy face emoji. I feel like I use that one on purpose inappropriately a lot. Like even when it's not called for, I will use that one.
It's a generational thing.
Yeah.
It's too funny.
All right, Sergio, what do you use?
I think I'm the same as Erik. I think thumbs up. Thumbs up is probably my most used, followed by like the emoji with the sunglasses, like and smiling.
Oh yeah,
That's
the
probably
emoji with the
another.
sunglasses. Yeah.
Although it wasn't until recently where I found out you can make your own custom photo emojis. And I think I experimented sending it to you and Jay. It was just funny. It's just like you can turn anything into an emoji. And that was kind of fun.
Yeah, that is fun. My sister did that with a photo I sent her the other day of me in a a Power Wheels, Minnie Mouse Power Wheels car. She like made a photo emoji of me in it. So that was kind of cool. Sunglasses one is a good one. I was talking recently with my sister about how like my auto text is like whenever I say cool, it suggests doing the sunglasses emoji. So now it's like I just default to always sending that one when I say cool to something. Yeah, I don't know. All right, neat. That was a really random conversation. Random icebreaker. I think we're all feeling pretty...
Next week it's going to be what emoji did I use this week?
Yeah, what
Podcast.
emoji? Should we have a whole podcast about emojis?
No.
Ooh, that would be kind of interesting, don't you think?
You know, I remember resisting them for a really long time, and then I just went head first into it.
I think I didn't use them for a long time, and it was back in the early days when people had just got cell phones and just were able to send emojis, and I found out that I was using all of them wrong.
Yeah.
And
I worry about that a lot.
really sending inappropriate things to people.
Like eggplants when you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's all these social cues, hidden social nuances around emojis that you don't learn until you
Yeah.
use one inappropriately.
I just thought, let's have vegetables for dinner. I didn't have anybody to tell me anything.
Yeah.
So I just said, hey, man, well, that looks good. Eggplant. I love it.
I really like baba ganoush, and I want to tell you about it in an emoji. Oh my god, that's great.
Yeah, so never again. But
Yeah, I do worry about that a lot. I feel like there's sometimes, especially if there's like a new one, I'm like Googling, like, what does this emoji mean? Am I okay to just use it in a casual context? What is the one that's like, I'm always curious. There's the one with the face that looks like it's like cut out. There's like lines around it. It's like a dotted outline, and then the face in the middle is blank. I don't know what that one. I don't know what that one means, but I want to use it more, and I just don't know what it means. But yeah. Anyway.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, okay. Yeah, that's.
I don't know what it means.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I felt more comfortable using them when my grandma started using them, and I was like, okay, if she's almost 90, and if she's using emojis, maybe I can just lean into it. But I do definitely have like some friends who like won't use them at all, which is interesting. And I don't know why. Maybe they're just afraid they're going to use them wrong. Okay, cool. Well, let's stop talking about emojis and get into the music, I guess.
Let's do some music.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first song up on the list is called Obsidian Beats by Kaya Project.
Kaya Project is a collective out of England led by a guy named Seb Taylor, who, and they will be, or he and they will be playing at the Mishawaka Amphitheater pretty soon.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway,
Cool.
I got my weekly email of you ought to listen to this, and I found their latest. So I liked it, so I went back to see where they'd been or what he'd been doing, and came up with this one.
Sweet.
This is from 2008.
Cool.
Awesome. Let's
Okay.
do it.
This is Obsidian Beats by Kaya Project. That was Obsidian Beats.
By Kaya Project. I like it because it's very layered. You can dance to it if you are so inclined to dance to that kind of music. It's got lots of interesting effects, and it's sort of bouncy. So yeah, I like it. I like most of their things. They remind me of a faster sort of jazzed up Bombay Dub Orchestra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say it kind of reminded me of Bombay Dub Orchestra, which you brought. Was that like the first? I feel like that was one of the first ones you ever brought to the podcast.
There was indeed. Map of Dusk.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I really liked the layers too. It was kind of interesting to sort of, I'm assuming there's like sort of some synthesized instruments on top of some acoustic instruments, which is kind of cool. It felt very cinematic to me. Like I feel like it could be the backdrop to a movie, a dramatic TV show, a video game. Kind of reminded me a lot of like video gamey kind of music. I don't not video game music, but like I feel like it could be used in a video game or something. But yeah, I think I kind of got sort of lost in its repetition. Like I feel like a lot of times with sort of more instrumental kind of world music ish kind of, I don't know how to categorize. I don't know what genre they would be, but
I think world is good.
world, yeah. I feel like sometimes if there isn't like this didn't really feel like it was like building up to anything. Like it was definitely layered, but it didn't really feel like it had sort of this big
It was
crescendo.
propulsive, but it didn't.
Yeah.
It just went. It just kept going.
Yeah, it just kept going, right? So I feel like because of that, I was sort of like in a little bit of like a trance and sort of like kind of got lost, and then kind of had to bring myself back to like actively listen, I guess is the best way to describe it, is like I just sort of like zoned out for a little bit and had to kind of bring myself back to like really pay attention to it. But yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it. I was definitely like moving. I could see like, dancing to it for sure. And yeah, I kind of like the idea of like having this playing in the background. I don't know if the rest of their stuff would be as like.
It's not as propulsive as this one,
yeah,
but it is definitely kind of cinematic.
Yeah.
Are there more vocals or not really? It's
Not
still
really.
instrumental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I could understand what they were saying anyway.
Yeah.
They said, "Hi, Erik. This is a great song." Yeah, I think, going back to the cinematic aspect of it, seemed like if Dune and Blade Runner had a baby, that's what this music would go well with, I think.
I was thinking Monkey Man.
I haven't seen it yet.
You love it.
Yeah, kind of cyberpunk-ish, a little bit.
Yeah, could see that.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. Like you, I think, I also got kind of lost in it. And I was like, oh, I don't know how long has this been playing? It's like, oh, I could just be on loop
Where
on
am
this
I?
section forever. Oh, how many drugs have I taken? Oh, shit.
The answer is always not enough.
Not enough.
So you said they were a collective? Yeah.
Yeah.
So does that mean like the members are like sort of always in flux kind of a thing? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they float back and forth.
Yeah.
But Seb Taylor is the one constant.
Is the one constant. Yeah. That's cool. In England? You said they're based in England or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Are you going to go see him at the Mesh?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It's just been such a weird year. I'm battling my car.
Mm.
And I'm sort of at the decision point where I have an old car. And do I put a lot of money into it to keep it running, or do I just not?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to be stuck up in the mountains.
Yeah, the Mish is kind of, it's in there. You don't want to get stuck up there.
Yeah.
And there's like no cell phone service. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a Subaru, but it's also got 322,000 miles on it.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
Yeah, so, don't want to do that.
That's what makes a Subaru a Subaru. Brought to you by Subaru.
We should get paid for this.
Yeah, we should.
If you're listening, Subaru, please sponsor our show or podcast.
Okay, so anyway, that's it. I like it. And
Cool.
see Monkey Man.
Thanks.
Sounds good.
Those are the messages from Erik.
All right, next up on the playlist is titled Behind My Mouth by Aluminum.
Yeah. This is actually a new song, which I feel like I don't often bring new music, but their album just came out, like their debut album just came out in May. So this is fresh. Yeah, they're based in San Francisco. We can chat more after. Let's just listen to it. We'll go from there.
Far could I go if I really let go?
See behind my mouth.
Yeah. So I heard this on the radio a couple weeks ago, and I liked it. And then I went and looked it up, and I was like, surely that music was from the 80s or the 90s. Like I was thinking 90s, but like maybe late 80s, early 90s. And then I realized it was new, which was surprising to me because it sounds so much like something from like it. It reminded me a little bit of like kind of like Garbage almost from the 90s, and then sort of like 80s like we talked about, I think when I brought Stone Roses, but like that Manchester movement, it kind of reminded me of that. And then I was like, oh no, it's brand new. It just came out like a month ago. So yeah, so I was kind of surprised by that. But yeah, their new album had just come out in May, but the musicians in the band, I think, are sort of like, they've played around in different groups, like in the San Francisco and like Oakland area. And yeah, I think they've had like one other single maybe like a few years ago, but I don't think it was like widely released. I think maybe like just California stations, but yeah, it's made its way out to Colorado. Yeah, it's very like sort of trance-y, which is interesting because we were sort of just talking about that. Very repetitive. I was trying to find like anything written about this song because it's like the lyrics I think they're minimal, but they're just interesting. And I think I read somewhere the singer was saying it's about like authenticity and being able to like not speak your truth, but like speak like, you know, speak authentically, I guess was the way that she had kind of phrased it. And how sometimes it's hard to kind of see through what people are saying to like understand what they're really trying to say. But yeah, I don't know. Something about that lyric was like, that's so interesting. What an interesting way to say, do you ever see behind my mouth? That's so interesting. I don't know what that means. And yeah, that's why it like caught my ear. But yeah, just reminded me of the good old days, the 90s.
Yeah, my comment was going to be, what does it mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's all I could think about. I was like, okay, what are you referring to? Like, what is behind your mouth? I don't know. I didn't know if it was like, she was trying to make a point of like maybe objectification of women or it meant something else with speech or I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that was more when I first heard it. I thought it was kind of like an objectification thing too. And I was wondering that. But yeah, couldn't really find like a whole lot on it. But yeah, except for that one line where she was, you know, talking about, you know, speaking authentically. And so maybe it's like about like seeing around, like seeing more than just like the words coming out of my mouth. And it's like getting to the bottom of what I'm actually trying to say or something like that. I don't know. I would love to dig into it more, but.
It's had a serious beat. Mm-hmm. When it came out with that, it's like, yeah, okay. You know, they were kicking the drums pretty hard, kicking the bass, and but yeah, as for what they're talking about, I thought it was interesting that you said I never stood a chance. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so was that good? Was that bad? Was that enticed by you, or? But do you understand what I'm really saying, as opposed to just looking at me saying words?
Yeah.
Don't know, but I liked it.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting. It's very intriguing. I feel like you could read it so many different ways. Yeah. I did listen to like a little bit of their other stuff off their new album. Like that sort of fuzzy guitar sound is definitely pretty prevalent. But it doesn't, it all kind of it has kind of like not the same exact vibe of this song, but it's like similar vibes. But I kind of want to dig in a little bit more. Yeah. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I did like the grunchiness.
Grungy. Yeah, it felt grungy. Yeah.
It reminded me briefly a little bit of that song that Allison brought.
Oh,
like
yeah,
a different type of grunge, but still trance-like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. That it is very similar. I'm trying to remember the name of that artist. I'm forgetting.
I
But
can
yeah.
find it. I have the whole list.
Because I remember we talked about how it like reminded us of
Sasami.
Yes, yeah, that's right. We were talking about how it reminded us of some like kind of grungy bands. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like we talked about Linkin Park maybe or Evanescence. Mm-hmm. But anyway, yeah, it's interesting. I'm gonna dig in a little bit more. I wonder if when they play in the UK, if they have to change their name to Aluminum. I hope not, but maybe.
It's really good.
I tried to like do so much Googling about this song and the band name Aluminum, and all that was coming up was like Quora things that have like, I have an aluminum taste in my mouth.
That's funny. Yeah, I looked it up. The only thing I found is like just the lyrics on Bandcamp.
Yeah, I think there might be like I feel like there was like a blog post, or maybe it's on their Bandcamp page. Potentially there's like a little blurb where they talk about this song. But yeah, when you Google it, it's like, yeah, I have a piece of an aluminum can stuck behind one of my teeth. What do I do?
Ooh.
It's really funny.
You don't want to even find out what that's about.
It's so random. Cool. Well, yeah, thanks for letting me share that.
Cool. Yep, up next is the song called Guilty Conscious No. 2 by Eminem. This album just came out last week.
Yeah, last week or
I don't know, has
before.
anyone here listened to it?
I like listened to some snippets of it
Yeah.
because I had a coworker share it with me, and so I like previewed a few of the songs. Yeah.
So anyway, yep, we'll talk about it after, but yeah, this is Guilty Conscious No. 2.
Well, we did it now.
I know, right? It's beautiful, ain't it?
Yeah, you happy now, bitch?
Yup.
All right, you got what you wanted.
Yeah. What?
Let me go.
Nah, never.
Why does it feel like I'm always being tortured? The bad apple spoils the whole orchard. Used to read comic books to learn more words, 'cause deep down I'm a dork, just the core nerd. Meaning nerd to the core, till I'm cornered. Then I'm the coroner. What shot is this? First, second?
It's your third.
Vision is more blurred, speech is more slurred. Can't even form words. It's like a dream up inside of a dream. I'm trapped in this worse than I could have imagined. It's madness. Can't wake up, try my damnedest, but old habits are coming back. And now transgenders attack us frontwards and backwards. They laugh and throw midgets at us.
This ain't no dream now, huh? See what I mean now? You see how? They're trying to make me out to be some kind of mean, vile, obscene, foul prick. I kick one freestyle by beating down a special needs child, and these people freak out.
Told you we'd get slaughtered for saying retarded.
Oh, Marshall's getting no conscience. This may come as a shock. I have you astonished regardless. Here's the thing about retarded people.
What?
They don't fucking know they're retarded.
Well, okay, you want a fat shame, bitch. Two can play that game.
What?
You want to judge people.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, ain't you the same one who hated bullies calling you bad names?
Yep.
Then you turn around and did the exact same.
So?
Just immature and literally you're still mentally 13 and so thirsty for some controversy. You're still picking on Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, but you're me, and we're a team, so that means we're in cahoots. That's conspiracy to commit murder. Lyrically, so clearly, you're the accessory, like jewelry. You ain't the judge of the jury, you're just as guilty.
You rip on paraplegics, man, seriously?
Oh, bitch, it's a joke.
No, it's not, it's embarrassing.
What?
Like David Carradine found with a pair of jeans at his ankles and belt round his larynx.
I know it's a scary scene. They're coming with everything. Little people are trolling me. They're saying they've had it
Well.
up to here with me.
Oh, hilarity.
Come on.
Nah, do your thing. Fuck deaf people. Yeah.
Well, between me and you, I think they've had it up to here with me too.
What the fuck?
Sorry, I'm not perfect as you, Marshall.
Punching down on little people?
Yeah.
Not cool.
Whoops.
You just sound like a dick.
Wait, nah, fool.
What?
When I say fuck midgets, I mean Ja Rule.
Oh.
And I know that Chris Reed's song was recorded in 2004 for Encore.
Yeah.
Fuck you take it off for?
'Cause he died.
Man, that motherfucker did that bullshit on purpose to ruin the song for us.
Man.
I never seen a bigger pussy than you.
Bitch, look at all the shit the media's putting me through.
What?
'Cause of all the fuck shit that you pushed me to do.
Me?
Shoulda knew when I found you, you were just too good to be true. That's how we end up in these quagmires. You said you had my back, liar.
But I helped you get your stacks higher.
Yeah.
That's diamond sales like sapphires, rat buyers, admirers, peg lines of admirers. Now they say you lack ire. That's why your satire backfires.
Yeah.
Flat tires, no longer that guy you were prior to this. Yeah, and I'd scare you 'cause
Why?
I'm who you used to be.
Who?
The you who didn't crumble under the scrutiny.
What?
When it was you and me.
Yeah.
I gave you power to use me as an excuse to be evil.
I know.
You created me to say everything you didn't have the balls to say.
Yep.
What you were thinking, but in a more diabolic way. You fed me pills in a bottle of alcohol a day.
Okay.
Made me too strong for you and lost control of me.
You're right.
I took over you totally. You were socially awkward till you molded me.
Yeah.
You was a loner and nobody. 'Cause of me, you didn't take shit from nobody. Now look at you.
What?
Now you're just a punk,
Man.
little scaredy cat.
Word.
Got you shook like Shakira's ass.
Yeah.
So look at your reflection staring back. Bitch, it's just a mirror, relax.
Man, you're so full of shit. You need Miralax. Open your mouth and shit flies out. Just lies. You thinking you can whip my ass, undo these zip ties. You can just undo my feet and keep my hands tied. Cause like an avalanche, I'd still win by a landslide.
Oh, you think so, bitch?
Yeah, I know so.
Okay, your hands and feet, I let them both go. Yeah, something out.
Give me that gun.
No, don't.
Rear naked chokehold.
Stop. Let me go, yo. Here, take it, bozo.
Yeah.
Queer bait, you homo.
Ready?
Yo, don't shoot.
Here we go.
Bro, no.
Now say you're sorry.
Ow.
And you didn't mean any of it.
I'm sorry, Marcel's a pussy. He's Dre and Jimmy's puppet.
What?
Sorry, he gives a fuck, but pretends he doesn't.
Alright, you piece of shit. That does it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Wait.
Bitch, this is for him.
What?
Christopher MGK, Nickin' for Limp Bizkit and them. Midgets and Ben.
Man, please.
Zeno in addition to him. Will Smith in the cannabis. If you're listening, this is the end.
Okay, I'll
So
stop.
to Jamar and Ja Rule into all my feuds, including mine.
What?
I'm welcoming you to my
No.
last hurrah. I bid you goodbye.
Come on, man, don't do
Murder,
this, man.
suicide, kill shot, booyakah, cocksucker, coup de grace, motherfucker. Whoa, what the fuck? Come on.
Yeah?
Paul, you're not gonna fucking believe this, bro. I had this dream, it was fucking crazy. It was like the old me came back on the new me and took over my brain and had me saying all this fucked up shit about little people and Caitlyn Jenner and PC police were chasing me and fucking Gen Z was trying to kill me and quadriplegics and Christopher Reeves and I was saying all this fucked up shit and I couldn't stop saying it and then I'd wake up and it was like I was still dreaming.
Fuck you.
Wait.
So that was Guilty Conscience number 2, my Eminem. I guess some context if you haven't listened to the album, which kind of summarizes it at the end there. But basically the whole, 10 songs kind of leading up to it are mostly Slim Shady, which is Eminem, Marshall Matter, his alter ego. Saying, a lot of controversial lyrics, which then he goes on to critique against himself. And it's kind of the death of Slim Shady, which is what the title of the album is called. I don't know, I just found it really interesting, like the duality aspect of the same person, but also like kind of knowing ahead of time that like the media was going to criticize him for doing all this stuff, which is in fact what's going on. I don't know, just really clever lyrics. I enjoyed the album. I would recommend listening to it. I'm curious what people think.
Yeah, I knew the title of the album, but I haven't like listened to the whole thing yet, so I don't know. I didn't know that context, but it makes sense. And I was kind of wondering what that means, because hasn't he done this before? I feel like, wasn't there another album where he sort of like killed off his alter ego, or no? Am I thinking of something else?
I think you might be thinking. I don't think there's a
Okay. Never mind. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting to have him kind of like essentially like battle himself, but it's almost like it's supposed to be like obviously like commentary on so many things, but like but it's also like commentary on himself almost, which is kind of interesting. I feel like my Eminem knowledge stopped listening after whatever. Trying to remember which album that would have been. Like probably like 2001, 2002 was like maybe when I stopped listening to Eminem. So I don't know like the historical context between like then and now. But yeah, I've heard I know a lot of people who have listened to the whole album and really, really like it. I don't know like what the critics are saying, but
the critics.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, it's just interesting. It also feels like kind of like classic Eminem too, like just kind of all his little like asides and like it's almost like a little movie scene at the end of the song, which is feels like pretty classic him. But yeah, he definitely like, I mean, he's the type of person who goes out and pushes as many buttons as possible for people. So he's definitely delivering here on that. But yeah.
It looked like he needed to get it all out. He got it all out, and now he can feel better. And at the end, he laughed about it because it was pretty ridiculous, but it was also some great rhymes.
Yes,
And it was really insulting to a lot of different people. And yeah, I mean, he knew he was going to get it, and he's getting it, and he's a big guy, and he can stand it. So I listened to the one that he did about his daughter, which was, I thought, was really pretty serious and sentimental and affecting, but I like this better.
Yeah. It's almost like he's like, well, if I just offend everybody, then and I don't leave anybody out, then maybe somehow I will come out like victorious, right? But yeah, it's kind of interesting how like the way that it's framed with like him versus him, himself versus himself. But it's kind of cool. I definitely want to listen to the whole thing. I almost did the other day, and then because Jay and I were listening to old Eminem the other day, and I was like, oh, I should listen to his new album. Yeah,
it seemed to remind me of like obviously from today's social commentary of like you have the trolls, and it's kind of like Slim Shady, like how it was and how it used to be okay to kind of talk like that. Now it's not really anymore. Which he's arguing with himself about it, which is kind of interesting, but progressive and pissing people off at the same time.
yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's like he's saying, I'll never do this again until the next time.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So is that did you say that's like the last song in the album?
It's not, no, that's like the middle of the album. I think there's like 19 or 20 total tracks.
Oh, wow. Damn.
This is about like halfway, a little more
I'm just,
halfway
like,
through.
Trying to think of it in the story arc.
There's a bunch of different skits and all, which is classic Eminem too. But
cool, neat. Well, thanks for like. Well, I don't think we've really had like top 40 sort of music.
No, because this just knocked out
T Swift,
T Swizzle from the Billboards.
Yeah,
thank God.
We don't often have like super popular music, so that's really cool. Like not super pop, but you know what I mean. Like mainstream, I feel like a lot of stuff is sort of off the side.
We've never done Taylor Swift.
We've never done Taylor Swift.
No.
And you know, I always say I can recognize. She does a concert and she does like 50 songs, and I think I know like 2 of her songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like somewhere beyond my scope.
Yeah, I think I know 3, maybe 4. I know the Sexy Baby one. That's the one and Starbucks Lovers. But those are the only 2 that I know. That's not what they're actually called either. That's just like what I call them in my brain. I think Starbucks Lovers is like from a lyric where she says a long list of ex-lovers, but it sounds like Starbucks lovers when she says it. So that's how it is in my head.
Does anyone have a bonus song? No bonus song?
You could do that song that you were doing. But,
you want to hear that one?
Yeah.
The
do
Daddy
that
Yankee
one you were doing.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Bonus song is called Rumbaton by Daddy Yankee.
Yo me caí igual que tú y me levanté. Poquito a poco todo ese mal lo superé. En un día no se quiere, tampoco él no se olvida. Como quiera hay que vivir la vida. Así que dale movimiento y bailame. Vamos a amanecernos bailando. Bailame, que las penas se olviden bailando. Se olvida solo bailame, que el pasado ya se va. Y contigo solo quiero yo bailar el reggaetón. Bailemos reggaetón de lado a lado, de lado a lado. Bailemos reggaetón de lado a lado, de lado a lado. Bailemos reggaetón de lado a lado, de lado a lado. Bailemos reggaetón de lado a lado, de lado a lado. Bailemos reggaetón, no pa' después, no pa' mañana, ni pasado, ni de aquí a un mes. Si el tiempo es un maestro hay que pasar el test. Quien camina derecho pone el mundo al revés. Así que ponte la pila, su desarrollo y vacila. Si alguien te salió limón, échale por encima tequila. No te me dejes de nadie, si te jalan duro, tira. Aprovecha el momento que lo bueno nunca expira. Dale venta y fiesta, hay rumba. Te llegó el reseteo, lo que mande perreo. Hay fiesta, superé. Hoy en un día no se quiere, tampoco él no se olvida. Como quiera hay que vivir la vida. Así que dale movimiento y bailame. Vamos a amanecernos bailando. Baila conmigo, bailame. Que las penas se olviden bailando. Bailame, el pasado ya se va. Y contigo solo quiero yo bailar el reggaetón. Bailemos reggaetón de lado a lado, de lado a lado. Bailemos reggaetón de lado a lado, de lado a lado. Bailemos reggaetón de lado a lado, de lado a lado. Bailemos reggaetón de lado a lado, de lado a lado. Bailemos reggaetón. Dale mambo, rumba. Dale mambo. Ataca Luni. Siki daddy yankee ya. Siki daddy yankee ya. Rumba.
Yay.
Rumbaton! That's from his 2022 album called Legend Daddy.
Daddy.
He's the daddy of them all.
Yeah, he is. Earlier I was talking about how, and I was thinking about it again. It was the article that was talking about like Bad Bunny's like rise or whatever, and it was kind of attributing it, part of it, like the beginning of this sort of like rise in a style of music where even though like it's topping American charts, the majority of the lyrics, if not all of them, are Spanish. And it was talking about how like Gasolina was like sort of the beginning of that, where it was like that, or it was like that was like a big sort of like explosion. But it was like it was sort of like what kind of like kicked that off. Which is a Daddy Yankee song for those who don't know, but yeah, so it was kind of this interesting article about how like, you know, if there would be no, you know, Bad Bunny without Daddy Yankee kind of a thing, which is sort of interesting. But yeah,
I listened to this whole album when I was on a bike ride, I think last week, and this was one of my favorite songs on there. But I appreciated it mostly because it actually makes you dance, and that's kind of what I like associate like a reggaeton to be, and I feel like. Nowadays, reggaeton is kind of split off into like some of the more Bad Bunny stuff where it's kind of more trap-ish, and it's not like, I don't know, it's not quite the same. So I always appreciate, I think, Daddy Yankee from his like kind of trying to stay true to the genre, so to speak.
yeah,
But
yeah, good bike riding music, good choice. I like that.
It's cool.
Nice
can
bonus
salsa-
song. What
you
a
can salsa to it too.
I like a bonus
You
song
can.
that.
A
A
little
bit
bit.
fast, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a bonus song that can like dance us out on a good note, right? It's a good one to end on.
I think, Mel, you should take us out of this.
All right, let's end it. Well, thanks everyone for for
We're
tuning
done.
in
See ya.
today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have something you want us to listen to, leave a comment on our YouTube. Email hello@longmontpublicmedia.org. If you have something to say.
Hello to our friends in Texas.
Hello to our friends in Texas. Hello to our friends in Colorado who are maybe listening. Yeah, let us know if you have something you want us to listen to. And see you next time.
bye.
Bye.